So yesterday I watched a movie called Dangal, which was recommended to me by some of our developers from Bangalore. A father who gets his two girls into wrestling as kind of a way of escaping the typical cliche of the culture there. And so, you know, he trains them at a young age. He knows that they have the ability. One of them was trying to become independent. She's saying, well, why do I need to listen to what my dad says? You know, maybe I can use a different technique. And, you know, really the kind of competition also that she faces at the international level, where people have different techniques. And it's like, oh, you know, how do I take that training that I got from my father and apply that to this situation? I thought was just fascinating. You know, so I mean, there's so many dynamics there's the dynamics of the culture, the gender stereotypes that are in there. There's also the dynamics of like what other people think in her village about girls wrestling. It was really good. You know, it covers so many different dimensions that I thought, you know, yeah, it's kind of like a standard Hollywood ending, but still very, very good. So Dangal, which means wrestling. Stockholm to Newark, and then Newark to Chicago today. Why am I like constantly on an airplane? Education itself as an industry is very much a global industry, and countries generally measure the amount that they spend on education relative to their gross domestic product, so as a percentage of GDP. We're trying to issue vouchers for 5 additional people on the plane to get off. And you know, currently they start at like a $500 voucher, and now it went to $800, and now it's $1,000.
We are still looking for one more volunteer. We need one more person to help us out, please. If you have flexible travel plans, I'm giving you $1,000 travel certificate and hotels, and I'll give you meals, and I'll get you all to them.
Okay, got one more. That doesn't make sense. And now, like, because we're already on board, and then we need to deplane 5 additional people. So that means that our luggage, which is checked in, they need to sort through all of that again. They need to pull out all the luggage. They need to find those particular tags. Was 45 or 30 minutes delayed due to having to deboard, I think, approximately 7 people off the plane due to a weight restriction, which I think was caused by a large headwind. I missed my flight, and so I went to the counter, and I think they're going to book me. They've booked me on a connecting flight that leaves in like an hour, 2 hours. So they were really quite helpful. They checked my bags in. They had a couple flights. One, I was going to have to like take a taxi to a different airport. Then another one was I would have to take 2 connecting flights. So I have to go one, then the other. I don't have to do that now. And so now the only thing I have to do is just take that one flight, which goes direct to Chicago. Thank goodness. They couldn't find one on United, but then they were able to find like a partner airline or something that they could book me. And it was like the last seat on that plane. Just arrived in Chicago. Right beside me was Greg, and Greg is very much a muscle car enthusiast. And so they have the name of the conference on the baggage carousels. There it is. For the International Society for Technology and Education Conference, which is the biggest EdTech conference in the United States. Typically, in a given year, they have about 15,000 educators that attend each year. Thought leaders, or also the influencers in EdTech, also attend. So when it comes to new product announcements, new ideas, new technologies that are going to be available for schools, typically they get shown here. This is one of the most popular times to kind of reveal new stuff. One of the things I'm very excited about is I will have an opportunity to interview many of the key thought leaders at the conference this year. I've already made arrangements to interview Andy Weir, who is the author of the Martian film. He's actually one of the keynote speakers at this conference. So I'm really honored to have that opportunity. I'll also be meeting with the tech rabbi. I've never interviewed a rabbi before, so there'll be some really interesting insights that I think are going to be pretty unique to this channel. So I hope that you enjoy what we'll be sharing here at the conference. This place is called Buddy Guy's Legends. Looks like an interesting place to go visit. Hello. They didn't allow recording on the inside, but they had an amazing blues band, and I think they have different bands that kind of feature every day. And wow, like, it's really good. Like, it reminds me of my first academic conference, which was in New Orleans, and man, they had really great live music. There was a nice brass section. There was like electric guitar, there was a bass guitar. Really, really well done. I liked it a lot. Food is very like New Orleans, so you know, you could order like jambalaya or gumbo. Hey, this building was, all the lights are on for Chicago Pride.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe. And if you'd like to be notified when new videos come out, click the bell.